How do you make a pattern to mold from to make carbon fiber functional parts? Stay tuned and find out.
That's a good one!
Today we are making a fuel tank enclosure. Obviously carbon because we wanted carbon, but we need a tank to sit on the inside. And it's going to be part of the floor, so it's basically similar to what I've done on my car before. So the simple solution is to make a raised plug. We're going to use MDF, and this is the dimensionally accurate what we need. This is the fuel tank. It's a 30-liter TSL fuel tank. So we know the height that we want, we know the dimensions that we want. So now I'm just gonna nail this together, put a sheet of ply over the top, and I'll show you next steps. And for the top layer, we're just gonna use plywood. This is 18mm plywood. That is the offcut from making a splitter template. I know, a bit overkill, but this is what we have. And we simply trace around. So this will create the top, and this dimension should be 3 inches exactly. Now, cut this, attach this to this, and I'll show you next step. Done. I am happy with the dimensions. Now we just need to nail it to the top. Here we are. This is the finished box. We are molding from this side, so this now needs to be sealed, and for this you can use almost anything. If you're really trying to make a professional grade pattern, then in an ideal world you would use primer coat and then the gloss and all that stuff. I'm gonna cheat, and only because we're using it as a plug for one-off, I'm not actually making a mold. You can just cover it with resin. I'm gonna use XCR or even some of the old almost expired resin. Literally just brush it on, 1 or maybe even 2 coats, and let it set, and then we can just sort of sand it and you can actually polish it. I also routed the edges because carbon doesn't like 90-degree bends, and a slightly radius will definitely help us. And now just need to sand it nice and smooth. It's not really essential at this stage, but I just want to get rid of any fantastic. Look at this. Look at this box. Do you know what? I might actually make a few more just so I can keep my tools. So I'm using XCR, and I actually put a little bit of black dye. Just because I really like using this black dye, it just makes everything nice. And then we just use a cheap brush, because remember, the brushes are not reusable after epoxy or any sort of resin. And then we just seal this box with resin. So I mixed 50 grams of resin. And this was enough for such a small, large, or whatever you want to call it, for this size. The problem with using cheap brushes is that they always lose hairs, but you can easily pick them up afterwards. But because you end up using so many brushes, buying anything more expensive is just sacrilege. So I kind of don't mind doing this. Your part goes onto your surface, the one that creates the flange. The process is pretty much the same, doesn't really change how I'm making it. It's very, very similar. And we need to use wax to seal around the box. Don't worry too much. Usually you just want to kind of apply a liberal sort of layer, corner, and then you can go over it with a nice little filleting tool or something with a sharper corner. And to make it even better, you can heat it up with a heat gun a little bit just to soften it up. Then it really does smooth things. But for this purpose, it doesn't really matter that much. In fact, we actually want a nice little sort of radius flange, so I'm not gonna make it very tight, as in tight radius, because there is absolutely no need for it.
Next morning.
Here we are. A few days later, the box is complete. This surface is not particularly important and it's not very flat. There's two reasons. One, I was trying something else. I bought this bag that is supposed to be, instead of flow media and all that stuff, literally just one bag, but excess resin, nowhere for it to go. It does work, but it basically creates these folds. But this is going to be underneath, so it doesn't really matter. Besides, this is just resin. If you really want it flat, sand it down. And if you remember, the original plan was to make it all as a complete unit. But the client requested to make it in two parts. So a little bit of extra work, but I agree with him. It's gonna make things a little bit easier because they're gonna be independent. And the idea is this gets cut into this and then this gets sunk in, or even gets stuck from behind like that, and then this will sit in the boot of a spicy Micra with a fuel tank submerged about 3 inches into the floor. Next step would be for him to fit everything. This is the essential part. Obviously the tank needs to be there, and then we will create the cover. Unfortunately, as always, the plug that made this did not survive because we did not make it strong enough. You know, it wasn't glued, it wasn't anything. It was basically a sacrificial plug because it's a lot easier to remove it this way. Anyways, another job off the list. Thank you. Subscribe, like this video, leave me a comment, let me know what would you like to see next. Am I doing something wrong? Would you like me to improve on certain aspects? Would you like me to go into details about certain things? Anyways, all of this is valid input. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.